Okay, looks like it's recording. All right, so let's take a look at this one here. Here we have a word problem. It says Kayla had 9/10 of a gallon of paint. She painted the ceilings in her bedroom and bathroom. How much paint does she have left after she painted the two ceilings? And so if you look at the illustration here, it says 2/3 and 1/5. So the first thing we need to do is add the 2/3 and the 1/5. And you can see that they do that in the example right here. And so what do they get? They get 13 over 15. Now remember, she had 1 gallon. And the denominator, and I just read something a couple minutes ago that talks about the denominator representing the whole. So 15 over 15 would equal 1. And so this is how much paint she used. So the question then is, how much paint, Miss McGee, is left over? What's left over? This is how much paint she used. What's left over? So 15 over 15 equals 1, which is what I had just said. She used 13/15. What's left over? Another way to look at this is 15 over 15 subtracting 13 over 15. Do we need to find a common denominator, you guys? Do we?
Yes.
We already have one. What is it?
15.
15. So Miss McGee, back to you. What's 13 from 15? Start counting up. Starting with 13, okay. 14, 15. I don't think you understand what I'm asking you here. What's 15 subtracting 13 equal? Okay, what's 3 subtract 3 from 5? Of course, you're all under pressure. Everybody's waiting for you, and you're stressing out. Don't worry about it. What's 3 from 5? 2. What's 1 from 1? 1 subtract 1 is? 0. Okay, you're overthinking here, girl. So what's the answer of 13 subtracting 15? I just circled it right there for you. What's the answer? 2. Okay, now I'm going to go back to you here. Right here. We don't need to find a common denominator. It's 15. And I just subtracted 13 from 15, right? So what's left over? You just did it. What's left over? 2. 2 what? 2/15. Speak up. 2/15. That's what's left over. If she used 13/15, 2/15 she didn't use. Are you getting that? Does it make sense? No? Maybe we'll have a conversation later. Okay. All right. So they explain that there, and maybe I didn't do that great of a job explaining it. So let's move on here. For the problem above, how would you? Yeah, I'm not worried about est. Well, yeah, no, I'm not going to worry about it. Cross that out. Cross out number 1. Number 2, it says Kevin estimated, that means an approximate, the difference of, what is it, 9/10 subtracting 4/8. So they ask you to estimate it. It says his estimation is 0. Okay? Remember, estimations are 0, basically have been 1/2 or 1 when we're estimating. So he says it's closer to 0. So think about it this way. If we were to estimate 9/10, what is 9/10 closest to? 0, 1/2, or 1? 1. It's almost 1. You guys should know that by now. And then 4/8, okay? If we were estimating 4/8, what is that closest to?
Half.
Well, that's 1/2, okay? So then we could write this as 1 minus 1/2, and that would equal what? 1/2. He says the estimate is 0. Is that correct? No, that's not correct. Okay, so you'd put no. It should be, whoops. 1/2. And explain, well, I just did. Okay, let's look at number 6 for a moment, you guys. Number 6, it's 7/8 adding, and then we have in parentheses 4/8 minus 2/4 equals. Remember, this is important, you always do what's in the parentheses first. Always do what's in the parentheses first. Don't even worry about what's outside. Just do what's in the parentheses first. So we have 4/8, and we're subtracting 2/4. Some of you may recognize what we're dealing with here. And what I mean by that is, what's 4/8? What's another way to say 4/8?
1/2.
Yeah, it's 1/2. Because 4 is half of 8. What's 2/4?
1/2.
1/2. What is it?
0.
0. Okay. So we're done with what's in the parentheses. 1/2 subtract 1/2 is 0. So 7/8 plus 0 is what?
7/8.
There's number 6 done for you. Okay? That was easy. So just remember, when you have a problem with parentheses, do what's in the parentheses first. And I'm looking at 4 more that are like that down below. Okay? Notice, you guys, that some of these are subtraction and some are addition. So let's look at these for a moment here. Whoops, what the heck happened? I did that once before and I wasn't sure how I fixed it. There we go. I think it's still recording.
It is still recording.
Yeah. Okay, so what did I do? So this is it here. Do I need to, I don't want to add a page, I want to go back. Huh. Well, lost it all somehow, but it's still recording. So, Mr. Fall, let me borrow yours for a moment. What one was I just looking at?
You were looking at the below one with the parentheses.
Okay, so that's what I was going to do. Darn it. Well, I can't now because I don't have I was going to highlight all the ones. In fact, you guys just do that right now. All the ones that are subtraction, just go through that and mark them or highlight them or do something so you don't make that mistake. That's a real common mistake. And how did I lose everything on my screen? I don't know what I did. Go back. Well, so much for that video. I guess I'll just end it. Yeah, let me look at yours again here real quick. So you guys should be able to do all those. Well, let's look at number 21 really quick here. number 21. So it's 13 over 14, subtracting, and this one's kind of interesting just because it has subtraction and addition in it. Okay? So you do what's in the parentheses first. So we're going to be adding 1/2 plus 2/7. What's the common denominator?
14.
Heard several people say it, 14. 7 goes into 14 twice. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 goes into 14. 7 times 1 is 7. We're adding them together. 4 and 7 is 11 14ths. So now what do we have? We have 13. Oh, how convenient is that? 13 14ths. And we already have the same common denominator. We're subtracting what was on the inside, which is 11 14ths. So we don't even need to find a common denominator. What's 11 from 13? 2 14ths. Okay, now are we done with 2 14ths? I mean, I would accept that as an answer, but you can reduce it.
1/7.
So what number goes into 2 and 14 evenly? 1 does, but it has to be a number bigger than 1. Well, it is, but I'm asking what goes, how can you get, the answer is 1/7, okay? But how did I get the 1 and how did I get to the 7? Miss Guerin? 2 goes into 1, I'm sorry, 2 goes into 2 once, and 2 goes into 14 7 times. That's how I got 1/7 as the final answer, okay? All right, let me look at the next page really quick. Yeah, I got to figure out how I lost all my work. So 23, table shows the amount of ingredients you need to make a pizza. Yeah, you guys can do that one. 24, Charlie's goal. So is water bill. So you're going to divide, for 24, you're going to divide 1,524 by 30. So for 25, it's going to be 1/4 of an hour, 1/2 of an hour, and 1/3 of an hour. And you're going to add those up. What's the common, this is number 25. What's the common denominator for 4, 2, and 3? It's not just two fractions, it's 3 fractions. And I heard several of you say it, it's 12. So there you go. 12 is the common denominator for number 25. 26 you can do, 27. Yeah, scratch out 27. Scratch out 27, and you can do 28 and 29. Okay, I'm going to end this.